Ballroom dancers forget a lot of things about competing. The schedule of heats, vendors, cold ballrooms, hot ballrooms, sticky dance floors, the list goes on. But if there's one thing they'll remember, it's bad music. Hey, it's your pal, the Dancing Housewife, and welcome back to another episode of the Dancing Housewife Podcast, where we talk about the art, heart, sport, and science of ballroom dance. Competition organizers, this episode is especially for you because today we're talking about something that's often taken for granted until it's bad, and that's music. Because when the music misses the mark, everyone notices. Let's start with a simple truth. Ballroom dancing exists because of music. Think about it. Other athletes don't need music. Swimmers don't need music, golfers don't need music, pickleballers don't need music, but ballroom dancers, we cannot do what we do without music. It's not an accessory that merely enriches the experience. It's vital. Music is literally the foundation of ballroom dancing, and you don't need to be a musical genius to recognize it. Most dancers and spectators can remember a moment when the perfect song came on. The dance became bigger than the choreography itself. That's the power of great music. It elevates performance, enhances musicality, and allows dancers to fully express the character of the dance. Poor music does the opposite. It can stifle creativity, disrupt connection, and turn what should be an inspiring experience into a frustrating one. We're going to get technical for a few moments, so bear with me. First up, musicality. Musicality goes way beyond simply dancing on time. It's a person's ability to hear, interpret, and express movement that matches the timing, phrasing, dynamics, character, accents, and nuances in the music. Musicality is one of the qualities judges assess in a couple's performance. And here's the problem. It becomes extremely difficult to demonstrate musicality when the music itself lacks quality. Next up is tempo. Every ballroom dance has an established beat range for a reason. It helps dancers to create the movements and characteristics that define the dance. A waltz danced too fast becomes rushed and unwaltz-like. A cha-cha danced too slowly loses energy. Competitors train to develop movement that matches the expected tempo of each dance. And when the music falls outside those standards, dancers are forced to adapt to something they never prepared for. But tempo isn't the only issue. The character of music matters too, a lot. Not every song with the correct rhythm, pattern, and tempo makes a good waltz. Not every song with the correct rhythm, pattern, and tempo makes a good tango. The same is true for every single dance. Let me give you an example. Just because a song can technically be counted as slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, doesn't mean it captures the emotion and character and story of a rumba. Likewise, just because a song can be counted as 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, doesn't necessarily make it a cha-cha. The character of each dance exists for a reason. Waltz is elegant and flowing and tells a very different story from tango, which is dramatic and intense. Rumba is romantic and expressive. Cha-cha is playful, flirty, and full of personality. The music should help dancers feel those characteristics so they can bring them to life. When forced to dance to a song that lacks the authentic character of the style being contested, competitors lose one of their most important performance tools, emotional connection to the music. Even if they're dancing on time and executing the choreography correctly, something feels off. The music and the movement aren't in sync. The performance can look and feel disconnected, forced, or worse, awkward, as though the dancers are fighting the music rather than emotionally connecting to it. And when that happens, everyone loses. The dancers, the audience, the judges, and ultimately the competition itself. Now let's address another issue, outdated playlists. Most dancers aren't asking for every single song to be brand new. In fact, many ballroom classics have earned their place because they are timeless. But when a playlist sounds like it hasn't been refreshed in years, competitors notice. When we hear the same songs over and over and over again in the same session, it feels stale. Fresh music does more than make an event feel current. It sends a message. It tells competitors that the DJ takes pride in the craft. stays engaged with the music, respects the sport, and puts effort into creating a great experience. Fresh music creates energy. It generates excitement. It communicates that organizers care about the competitor experience and that the DJ respects both the dancers and the sport. Let's now talk about what competitors invest in order to come to a competition. Travel expenses, hotel costs, entry fees, coaching, lessons, costumes, hair, makeup, time. For many dancers, a competition weekend represents hours of preparation and hundreds and even thousands of dollars. When organizers invest in qualified and respected adjudicators, beautiful venues, performance-ready dance floors, and professional photographers, hairstylists, and makeup artists, they make it clear that they understand those details matter. Music belongs in that same category because dancers notice music and they remember. The best ballroom DJs are artists in their own right. They understand tempo. They understand character of the dances. They understand energy management throughout the day. They know how to keep the ballroom alive. They know when competitors need excitement. They know how to create an atmosphere that makes dancers want to return next year. A great DJ may not receive a standing ovation, and typically they're kind of in the background, but everyone feels their impact. At its core, this issue is about respect. Respect for the dancers, respect for the spectators, respect for the judges, and most of all, respect for the art and sport of ballroom dance itself. When music is taken for granted, when it doesn't receive the attention it deserves, it sends a message that the artistic side of our sport isn't important. But ballroom dancing is art and athletics combined. Let's not neglect the art by neglecting the music. So here's my challenge to competition organizers. Invest in qualified DJs who understand ballroom dancing. People who refresh their playlists regularly, prioritize both tempo and character of the dance, and then ask for references. Ask for their playlists and listen to them. Really listen. And then ask competitors, spectators, and officials for post-competition feedback. Treat music not like a line item in the budget, but as an essential component of the competitor experience, because ballroom dancing begins with music. Every heat, every dance, every emotional moment on the competition floor starts with the music. To the organizers listening, trust me, competitors notice the music, especially when it's off. They notice when the music inspires them. They notice when the music respects the character of the dances. They notice when the DJ understands ballroom dance. And they notice when those standards aren't met. Because for dancers, music isn't simply background noise. Without it, there would be no ballroom dancing. And here's the reality that every competition organizer should understand. Bad music can cost you entries. Competitors talk. We talk in hotel lobbies. We talk in the ballroom between heats. We talk in the bathroom. We talk at our home studios after we return from competitions. And honestly, when the dancing doc and I are deciding where to spend our time and money, the quality of music impacts our decisions because music impacts every single thing we do. And I know we're not alone. Competitors have choices. Most dancers cannot attend every competition. And when two events are competing for the same entries, the details matter. The experience matters. And the music is a major part of that experience. No one leaves a competition saying, the music was awful, but I can't wait to come back. But dancers absolutely leave saying, the music was incredible. That event was so fun. We'll be back. Great music creates great experiences, and great experiences is what keeps dancers coming back to your competitions year after year after year. The answer isn't just beautiful venues, a great dance floor, scholarship awards, or efficient scheduling. It's how competitors feel when they walk onto the floor. It's whether they leave inspired, energized, and excited to return. And the soundtrack of that experience is the music. If this episode resonates with you, click like, drop me a comment, share it with a dance buddy, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a ballroom tip. This is the Dancing Housewife signing off, and until next time, happy dancing!